Good morning students. I'm Vijay Lakshmi. I'm from EC department. I'm going to share the topic on artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the most important subject in the computer industry. Okay. Then we know that nowadays a lot of technologies are growing now and we are all in touch with that. Artificial intelligence is the most fascinating technology and it has greatest scope in future. So what do you mean by artificial intelligence? It is actually composed of two words. One is artificial and then intelligence. What do you mean by artificial? It is a man-made and intelligence is a thinking power. What do you mean by man-made? Actually a man created a thing that is said to be a man-made. For example, we can consider a book, a pen, a table, whatever it is. They are all coming under the category of man-made things. What is thinking power? It is incorporated into the humans, right? So then we can combining the two words artificial and intelligence. So a person is going to create an intelligent machine that can behave like a human being. It acts like a human being and also it is capable of to take some decision. It is possible with the help of AI, right? So listen, it is composed of two words, that is artificial and intelligence, man-made combining with thinking power. Right? So we are going to create an intelligent machine that can behave like a human being. Right? Then what is the major difference of a normal gadget and the gadgets under AI? The normal gadget in the sense, it might be a calculator, television, mobile phone, whatever it is. Okay. How it is going to work? With the help of pre-programmed algorithms. Okay. For example, if you are taking the mobile phone, it can able to receive a call, it can able to make a call. How it is happening? It is happening why? Because of pre-programmed algorithm. But in case of gadgets and AI, it's not pre-programmed one. It can work with own intelligence. That is the major difference of gadgets under a normal thing and gadgets under AI. Okay, this is the main difference between the two things. The difference is the normal gadgets are pre-programmed one. The gadgets under AI is not pre-programmed, it works with own intelligence, right? So this is a basic intro of artificial intelligence, okay? So it is a man-made, the thing which is created by man is said to be a man-made thing, but it can behave like a human being. It can act like a human being. It can able to perform, which means it can able to solve many problems with the help of own thinking power. That is said to be a artificial intelligence. Okay. The next one is goal of AI. What is goal? What is the goal of AI? The first one is it replicate the human intelligence. We have already said that it has some thinking power, right? If a machine can do some task with its own thinking power, then it is said to be it replicates human intelligence. So the next one is solve knowledge intensive task. It can able to solve a task with the help of the intelligence without any intervention of human being. That is that is also possible, right, with the help of AI. That is the second goal. The third one is a connection of perception and action. How it connect the machine with the environment. That is also happen with the help of AI. The last one is building a machine which can perform tasks that requires human intelligence. For example, playing chess. Playing chess and driving a car and some surgical operation, it can be done by the human being. That is a normal thing, right? But in case of machines, we can consider playing a chess by a machine is a tedious one, right? That is also happening with the help of artificial intelligence. Then surgical operation. In medicine field, artificial intelligence takes place a major role, right? So the machine can able to do some surgical operation. The second one is The second one is driving a car. So driving a car by human is a common thing, but the machine can drive a car. The self-driving car is also possible, right? So based upon the traffic condition of the road, it can automatically increase or decrease the speed of the vehicle. It is also done with the help of AI. So these are all the goals involved in the AI. Okay. Next one is intelligence. The intelligence is composed of 4 terms. One is learning, perception, problem solving and then reasoning. So we know that intelligence is a thinking power, right? It is actually composed of 4 terms. One is reasoning. Okay, what do you mean by reasoning? So whatever the problem arises, we are going to give some judgment. At the end, we are going to give some judgment, which means a solution, right? But before the judgment, the set of process that we are going to analyze, that is said to be a reasoning. Okay, if you want to solve a task, or else you are going to give some decision, right? So before giving the decision, you are going to do some analysis, like some dilemmas. If it is right, if this is true or false, that kind of predictions is nothing but reasoning. So the set of prediction before you are giving the decision is nothing but reasoning, right? The next one is learning. What do you mean by learning? Learning is just gaining a knowledge just by updating the knowledge. Through how? Through experiencing and then practicing and teaching. So through this method we can learning some concepts, or else you can update the knowledge through the learning activity. The next one is perception. What do you mean by perception? Actually, the exact word for perception is acquiring. Acquiring a knowledge about the environment. You can say that you can acquire the information about the environment, or else interpreting, providing, organizing. Okay, this is the exact word for the perception. So that you can acquire the information, or else you can gathering the information about the environment, then you can give it to the machine. Actually, this is the exact meaning behind the perception. The next one is problem solving. Actually, what do you mean by problem? It is not a drawback or it is not a bad thing, right? Problem is nothing but you are going to find something. That is said to be a problem here. You are going to solve a problem. So we have n number of steps to solve a problem. That can be seen later. So the problem solving is nothing but you are going to give a best decision. Okay? Before giving the decision, you are going to do some analysis. Finally, you can choose a best decision. That is said to be a problem solving. The next one is agent. What do you mean by agent? It can be anything. It can sense the environment through senses and act upon the environment through actuators. Okay. So we have different types of agent. First one is human agent, robotic agent and software agent. What do you mean by human agent? For example, myself. I am the agent and this classroom is said to be a environment. Okay. So how I can connect myself to the environment? Through my sense organs. I can able to see how many students are present in front of me. I can able to see the lights surrounds me and I can able to see the fan. So these are all the connections between myself, agent and to the classroom, right? So how it can connect it? Through my sense organs. So through my eyes, I can able to see everything. Through my ears, I can able to hear the answers from my student. So these are all the things in the human agent. So myself an agent and this classroom is said to be an environment. Likewise, robot, a machine is said to be an agent. It can connect the environment with the help of senses. So for myself, ears, nose and eyes are said to be a sense organs. For robots, the sense organ is present in the senses. Through the sensor, it can sense the information from the environment and act upon the environment through actuators. Okay. So the agent is nothing but it can be anything. Actually it is a machine. It can sense the information from the environment and through sensors and act upon the environment through actuators. Here the major thing is sensor and actuator. Through the sensor, that device is helpful to get the information from the environment and give it to the agent, nothing but the machine. So the information from the sensor, from that information, it is going to act upon the environment according to the information. The thing is happened through actuators. The next one is agents, environment and AI. We have a different types of environments in the view of agent. Okay, these are all the features of agents environment. The first one is fully observable and partially observable. The second one is static versus dynamic. Third one is deterministic versus stochastic. The fourth one is single agent versus multi-agent. The final thing is episodic versus sequential. What is fully observable? From the name itself, we can easily say that it is fully noted, right? So the agent present in the environment can fully sense the information about the environment at the one glance. That is said to be a fully observable one. What is partially observable? If it is not fully observed the things present in the environment, that is said to be partially observable. Okay. Then the second one is static versus dynamic. What is the general meaning for dynamic? It is not constant, right? The environment itself can changes. That is said to be a dynamic environment. The example that we have seen is traffic. Okay, so the traffic is not constant, right? If there is more traffic, that person have to decrease the speed of the vehicle. If it is less traffic, in the sense it can increase the speed of the vehicle. Likewise, it dynamically changes. It deliberates the agent. So this kind of environment is said to be a dynamic environment, else static. The next one is single agent versus multi-agent. We know that single and multi, right? So single agent is nothing but in the environment, only one agent is present to sense the information is said to be single agent. Multi-agent in the sense, more number of agents, more number of humans or else more number of machines are present in the environment to sense the information, that is said to be a multi-agent environment, right? The next one is deterministic and stochastic. What is deterministic? We know that we can have a predetermined value, right? Whatever the input, the starting state as well as the next state is predetermined. That is said to be a deterministic, okay? For example, we can say that Google Maps. You want to go some destination. It might be whatever the place. Okay, if you want to go to that location, the intermediate traffic can be easily known with the help of the Google Map. So that kind of situation comes under the deterministic environment. Okay, stochastic in the sense it is random in nature. We can't predict the traffic. We can't predict the next state. That is said to be a stochastic environment. The final one is episodic versus sequential. Episodic, it is nothing but an agent can do one shot of action. That is said to be a episodic. There is no feedback at all. Okay. In sequential, if you want to know the next state, you have to keep the past memory. From that past memory, you are going to find the next state. That is said to be a sequential. So till we have seen lot of features of environment in the view of agent. What are they? They are fully observable, partially observable, static, dynamic and deterministic, stochastic, single agent, multi-agent, episodic versus sequential. Okay. The next one is interacting with the environment. So you know that how you can interact with environment with the help of sense organ, that is applicable to humans. In case of machines, with the help of senses, it can able to connect, it can able to organize the information from the environment, and with the help of actuators, it can able to do the actions upon the environment. So these are all the interacting with the environment, right? So what is problem solving? Already I have told that problem is not about drawback, it is not a bad thing. Actually, it is a thing which is you want to find. Okay, that is a problem. You are going to solve a problem with the help of these steps that I have listed here. The first one is define the problem. First thing, you are going to define the problem. What is the problem? That is the foremost thing here. You are going to define the problem. Then the second step is analyzing the problem. So in order to solve the problem, each and everything we have some conditions, right? You are going to find the condition. Based upon the condition, you are going to analyzing the problem. That is the second step. The third one is identification of solution. So whatever the problem arises, you are going to solve that problem with n number of solutions, right? So you are going to identification of solution. It might be anything, right? Then choosing the solution. Among the different solution, you are going to choose a best solution. That is the fourth case. The final one is implementation. You are going to implement the solution which you have chosen. So these are all the steps involved in the problem solving, right? The next one is, these are all the main topics that I have covered in AI. So artificial intelligence is just composed of main 4 topics. One is search, next one is representing knowledge and reasoning with it, the next one is planning and then learning. So this is the 4 major category involved in artificial intelligence. What is the search? In the next one, search technique is there. What do you mean by search? Actually, it is a fundamental technique involved in the problem solving. Okay. For example, if you want to find something, you are going to search. What is the thing you need? That thing you are going to search, then you can get the solution, right? The same thing here. So, in order to find something, in order to solve the problem, you are going to search the thing which you want to need, right? So, the first one is search technique. Before search algorithm, you have to know the properties of search algorithm. The first one is completeness, optimality, and then time complexity, space complexity. What is completeness? When you are going to say that the system is whether complete or not. If the system provides a solution, then you can say that the system is complete. We don't know about the solution, whether it is good or bad, best or worse. I don't know about the solution. But if the system gives you the solution, then you can consider the system should be a complete one, right? The second one is optimality. If a solution is guaranteed to be a best solution, that is said to be a optimality. How you can consider this is the best solution, this is the worst solution? We have some different factors. Based upon the factors, we can say that this system is a complete and this system is gives a best solution, right? What are the facts here? The first one is cost reducible and it should be more efficient. The major two factors to denote that system is giving best solution is cost reducible and then the system should be a more efficient way. Then the next one is time complexity. So time complexity. The amount of time to complete the task is said to be a time complexity. The next one is space complexity. So how much amount of space you require to complete the task in this algorithm, that is said to be a space complexity. So these are all the four important properties involved in the search algorithm. Okay. The first one is time complexity, space complexity, and then completeness and optimality. These are all the four properties involved in the search algorithm. Then the search technique. We already have told that the fundamental technique of A is nothing but search algorithm. If you want to find something, you are going to search. That is a basic fundamental technique here. Then it is divided into two categories. One is uninformed search and then informed search. So in uninformed, we have different categories, that is breadth first search, depth first search, depth limited search, bidirectional search. In informed search, we have again categorized into four things, that is best first search, A star search, AO star algorithm and hill climbing. Okay. Then what do you mean by uninformed and informed? From the name itself we can say that it doesn't have any domain knowledge. It is uninformed. It is we can also say that it is a blind search. Informed in the sense it can have a domain knowledge. It can also be call it as a heuristic search, right? So with the domain knowledge, it can able to search the goal node. That is happening in the informed search. Without domain knowledge, we are going to find the goal node. We don't know how the goal node it will be, where it locates. These kind of informations are not known to us. So with that, we are going to search the goal element. And this uninformed search, it works in a brute forceful way, which is nothing but it is going to traverse the tree, how the goal element is present, where it is present, how you can find the goal element, everything in the form of tree structure. The next one is knowledge representation and reasoning. So what do you mean by knowledge representation? What is reasoning? Actually we need to know certain two terms, that is logical agents and knowledge base. What do you mean by logical agent? Actually, we know that agent is nothing, it can be anything, it might be a machine or a human being just present in the environment. It's going to connect the environment to that agent with the help of sensors and actuators. So, the logical agent in the sense, it knows already about some information about the environment. Okay, the environment, the information present in the environment is already known to the agent, that is said to be logical agent. From that information, it is going to derive a new inputs with the inference. This is the major thing in logical agents. What is knowledge base? It is the set of sentences in a formal language that is said to be a knowledge base. So what are the information gathered from the environment that is that can be derived into a new inputs by using the inference. Then the final knowledge attained by the agent is converted into a formal language with the help of knowledge base. This is the term used in the knowledge representing and reasoning. Then it is a little architecture about knowledge representation. We have 4 blocks. First one is environment, inference engine, knowledge base, and then learning. What is environment? Actually, it is the outside thing, right? The agent present in the environment can get the information from the environment and it is given to the inference engine. What is the purpose of inference engine? It can derive a new inputs with the previous stored knowledge about the environment. So with the help of inference engine, it can able to derive a new inputs. Then what is the use of knowledge base? In order to get a formal sentence, you can utilize the knowledge base. So the derived new input is given to the knowledge base and you can convert it to a proper formal language. Then you can give it as a output. The learning is nothing but gaining a knowledge so that you can updating the knowledge base through experiencing, through practicing or else lecturing. Okay. The next one is planning. Planning is nothing but it is arranging a sequence of actions to achieve a goal. In order to achieve a goal, you are going to analyzing. According to the condition, you are going to analyze, right? First thing, you are going to define the problem. If the problem is known to you, you are going to analyze the problem, right? So that is nothing but planning. So you are going to analyzing with the help of certain conditions. Okay. So n number of actions are there. How you can arrange the actions? How you can scheduling the action? That is done with the help of planning. So it is the process of computing several steps of a problem solving procedure. So it is coming under the category of planning. The next one is learning. Already I have said that learning will gain more knowledge through updating. Learning is the activity to gain some knowledges, right? So here in AI, learning will modify the agent decision mechanism to improve the performance. Okay. In order to improve the performance, you can change the decision mechanism of the agent. That is happening with the help of learning activity. We have a different kinds of learning here. One is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and then reinforcement learning. What is supervised learning? From the name itself, we can say that supervised is a known thing. We know what actually in the initial stage, the agent can get the clarity about the concept, right? What is going to do? What is the solution? Everything is known to the agent. That is coming under supervised learning. So in that they have input and output, that is nothing but training data and then some algorithms, then classification, everything is present in the supervised learning. With the help of that, it can able to give some better decision. That is a supervised learning. The second one is unsupervised learning. So there is nothing in that. Purely the agent don't have any knowledge about the concept. That is said to be a unsupervised learning. In that, from the observation, it can able to give an input. Then with the help of clustering technique, it can able to produce an output. This is the thing behind the unsupervised learning. There is no input, output present in that. There is no algorithms. Just by doing the clustering, you can get the output. The last one is reinforcement learning. So we can get the occasional rewards with the help of this learning. For example, if an agent present in the environment, it can get the information from the environment and act upon it. Then again the environment gives you the reward to the agent. This is done with the help of reinforcement learning. For example, playing a game. If you are giving a success move, then you will be rewarded by points, right? The same thing will happen in the reinforcement learning. Then I have listed here some of the advantages of artificial intelligence. So it is more powerful and the interfaces are very improved and we can solve many new problems and handling of information is very better. Then conversions of information to knowledge, which means we have seen in that knowledge representation. So whatever the information from the environment is just converted to a formal sentence, that is into a knowledge. So that is I have listed in the advantages. Next one is disadvantages. The cost wise it is very high. This is one of the disadvantages that I have noted here. The next one is applications. We have a different number of applications in AI. One is autonomous planning and scheduling, telescope scheduling, and the next one is analysis of data. And in medicine field, it has a great scope in medicine field, image guided surgery and image analysis and enhancement and classifications. And the next one, transportation, automatic self-driving car. It can able to drive a car in an autonomous manner, which means they know what about the traffic present outside. According to that, it can vary the speed of the vehicle. So in the pedestrian detection, everything is possible with the help of AI. And also games. So a lot of games with the AI is also be there, like playing chess is also possible, robotic toys. These are all the applications that I have listed here. So what are the possible questions here? So that is define artificial intelligence, and so what are the advantages and disadvantages of the AI, and then what is AI? So what is the search technique? What about the subcategories of search technique? And then what is problem solving? These are all the important possible questions about an AI. Then what is goal of AI? Then finally learning. What do you mean by learning? What are the kinds of learning, that is supervised, unsupervised and reinforcement learning? How the agent is interacting with environment? What are the major devices present in the agent to sense the information of the environment and how it acts to the environment? Yeah, we know that with the help of actuator, it can act to the environment. So these are all the basic possible questions involved here. Thank you.